The African Union and the Economic Commission for Africa have done well in bringing member states and other stakeholders together to work together on improving migration statistics in Africa and legal identity in Africa. And this is an important area that certainly feeds into the various initiatives and legal commitments at the African Union level, including economic integration under the African Continental Free Trade Area, social policy aspects such as integration of refugees and migrants in their various host countries. And I think that this workshop has certainly demonstrated the need for member states to work much closer together, improving migration statistics and ensuring good legal identity in Africa.
What has been a very important conversation in this workshop that we have been attending has been looking at the principles of legal ID. Of course, the consensus has been that we have to start it right. Getting the CRVS right, the civil registration is very important. And then now building on, anchored on the SDG 6 and many other protocols has been very important. Particularly if I pick on two of the principles that were discussed, was one on the area of getting policy and legal frameworks that support countries in delivering delivering on a good legal ID system. And sound policy means that countries can then define clearly what is the institutional framework, what is the targets, the implementation, and roles and responsibilities. I think the second among the 10 principles we looked at was looking at areas emerging areas such as the open standards. And from the very robust discussions we had, we found that for Africa, it's very important now that we begin to look at how we engage, how we develop our own solution, local solutions, how we make it work for us, how we ensure that it still maintains our sovereignty as much as it delivers the data that we require.
Yeah, I like the point when you said that as Africans, we need to get it right from the start. Yeah, even when we have to digitalize and build up the systems, we have to put into consideration the manual aspects. We have to get it right from the start as we develop the systems on the CRES, so that we have the right indicators. And I've liked the fact that throughout this workshop, countries have been, or member states have been in position to share their experiences. It has really been a learning experience where member states have been able to learn from one another, but later at the end of it all, they'll be able to identify what really works for them in their different states. So I see as we wind up maybe this workshop, I see member states will really have greater recommendations really to take, putting into consideration the international legal frameworks as it has been stated, and looking at the vulnerabilities of the people that really we have to take into consideration, the migrants, the refugees, and those people in the displaced, live alone also those that are born, married, throughout the entire life cycle. That is what really member states should really take into consideration.
I can reiterate the bit about one, understanding the different country profiles of the member states engaged in this conversation and their various capacities and limitations. Importantly, learning from each other. That peer learning has been important in this workshop and certainly needs to be institutionalized in the governance structures that we are proposing should be augmented. And that, of course, means there needs to be more cross-border cooperation, collaboration, coordination between different member states in the Eastern Horn of Africa, if indeed we are to address these cross-border issues that do not fall within one state, but in fact affect the region as a whole, that continues to bear the brunt of many challenges, including conflict, climate change, etc.